Between the hedges, Georgia dogs coming out. War Eagle flying over Jordan hair skies. Hottie toddy down in Oxford, rebels rise. Cowbells ringing in Starkville all night. Rocky Top singing in that Leland light. Anchor down Vandy, black and gold pride. Gamecocks crowing in Columbia loud and wide. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Gators in the swamp, trumping all day long. Saturday nights in Death Valley, that tiger strong. So we Razorbacks, crowd calling the hogs. Blue Reds battle Wildcats, bringing the dogs. Show me Miss Zoe, black and gold fight. Boomer sooner running on a Saturday night. Hook 'em horns, burnt orange in the sun. 12th man standing, Aggies get it done. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score.
Yeah, my guys, ladies and gentlemen, it is your guy, Nick Frazier, one half of Water Cooler Talk Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back around the water cooler. Welcome the man. You can't see him, but you can hear him. Tell him who you are, boss man.
Yes, sir. It's your boy, Marcus Fitzpatrick. Let's go. Let's get it.
That's what I'm talking about, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us tonight, man. I got on the Water Cooler Talk jersey tonight. Shout out to our guy,
Yes,
DJ.
sir, my boy, Fred.
Shout out to DJ. Got on the jersey tonight, man. And of course, around the water cooler with us as well, it is our guy from Bubba and the old
My
man.
boy Bub in the
Sports
building.
Talk. It is Bubba. He got to get out of here soon. But what's up, Bubba? How you feeling, man?
Hey, I'm awake.
Bubba is a working man, ladies and gentlemen. He a working man. We got to get into it real quick, man. We appreciate it. There he is. There he is. I'm going to go ahead and bring him in right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is. Y'all know him. Your favorite insider. It is Ant the Insider. Ant, what's up, Ant?
What's happening?
Shout out to my guy, Ant, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing rock and rolling, man. We appreciate y'all so
Hold
much.
Hold on, Nick. Before you even start, let me go ahead and answer the question.
No, wait, hold on. Let me get through the intro first. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook. We appreciate you there, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk on Instagram and TikTok. Follow us on Twitter. We are almost at 200 followers on Twitter, so please head on over to Twitter if you have one. Follow us at CoolersPod23 on Twitter. And, of course, subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell button here on YouTube. We are trying to hit 1,100 subscribers before the end of 2025. Hey, we can only do it. We can only do it with your help, man. So please share the video, like the video, share the content, like the content, comment on the content. Man, we appreciate y'all. Hit the subscribe button, man. We appreciate y'all so much for helping us out. And go ahead. What you about to say, my guy?
You did not catch me at no restaurant, my boy. I'm just gonna let you know ahead of time before we get to the end of the show. I heard what Ed said last night. No, I was not there, sir. I went and watched my nephews play ball. One dropped 16 and one dropped 20. So I was good.
He wanted to let y'all know he was not where y'all thought he was.
No. I did
We all
not
thought he
go
was at that
there.
spot, but it is
I
what it
know
is.
you did. No, sir. I did not go get the pork chop sandwich or the
This man,
wings.
boy, this man hilarious, man. This man is hilarious. Man, let's get into the show, man. Let's get into the show, man. We appreciate all y'all so much for rocking with us here tonight, man. There's a question that I have in the chat that we put in. What improvements are needed at Auburn? I want y'all to answer that question for us tonight. We're going to talk through this all night long. As much as we possibly can. We don't want to hold y'all too long, but shout out to everybody that's in the chat with us. Auburn Dad for Life in the chat. What's up, AD4L? How you doing, my guy?
AD4L in the building.
JT is in the
JT,
chat.
what happening, man?
What's up, JT? How you feeling, man? I got Tim, the tool man.
Timmy.
Is rocking with us in the chat, man. We appreciate you, man. The legend of Sweet Sugar Bear Williams, the Rooster Mac,
What's up,
the
Huggy?
Huggy Beard is rocking with us tonight. Shout out to the Huggy Beard. There he is, the Auburn Thaw.
What's
There
up,
he is,
Auburn
ladies
Thaw?
and gentlemen. Shout out to him. He in the chat with us tonight, man. We appreciate it. I got Plane is in the chat. What's up, Plane, man?
What's up,
Shout out
Plane?
to you, my guy Warrior to you. Big Jake is in the chat, man.
What's
Shout
up,
out to
Big Jake?
Jake. What's up? Hey, UTJ. What's up, my
TJ in
guy?
the building.
Welcome around the water cooler with us, man. I Miss Karen Parker.
Hey, Karen.
Hey, Miss Parker. How you doing? She's in the chat with us tonight. How you feeling, man? 392J. I'm gonna just say J. J in the
What's
chat
up,
with us
Jay?
tonight. What's up? Ken is in the chat.
What's
Ken, what's
up,
going
cuz?
on, my guy? How you feeling, man? Hope all is going good. Mr. 21. Can you
Ed,
do
what up?
something for me? Ed Darby's rocking with us tonight, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us tonight. Phil Will is
What up,
rocking with
Phil?
us in the chat tonight, man. Shout out to Phil Will for rocking with us. And there he is, his
King
Royal
Richard.
Highness
Just pulled
King
up like
Richard. Is rocking with us around the water cooler tonight, man. We appreciate all y'all so much, man, for rocking with us. If you want to support the show, please support the show. Guess what? Super chats are available. If you want to super chat, please do that for us, man. Support the show. Help us get to that next level of where Water Cooler Talk wants to be. We will make that happen because 2026 is the next step for Water Cooler Talk, man. We appreciate y'all so much. There he is. I got EG in the chat. What's up, EG? How you feeling, my guy?
EG.
Welcome to Water Cooler, man. We appreciate you so much, man. We thank y'all so much, man. Let's go ahead. Let's get into the topic of the night, man, because we don't want to hold y'all up too long tonight. If you haven't checked out my video this morning that I put out a video every morning, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. It said, don't panic. Don't panic. Trust the process. I know it seems like a lot of guys are leaving. A lot of guys are announcing their intentions to enter the portal. I know that's what it seemed like. If you want me to go down the list, I will go down the list. Jackson Arnold, Malcolm Simmons, Perry Thompson, Horatio Fields, Damari Austin, Hollis Davidson, Rayon Strader, Amon Lane Gannis, Antonio Coleman, Caleb Wheatland, DeAndre Carter, Favor Edwin, Cameron King, and just recently Seth Wilford have all announced their intentions to enter the transfer portal when it opens on January 2nd. I know it may seem like a lot, and I want you to go back and watch that video this morning that I put out this morning. It is on the channel right now, and we appreciate everybody that did take a look at that video for us. But I want to get everybody's overall thought process on what we've seen so far when it comes to the names and the people that are and the players that are announcing their intentions to enter the transfer portal. How are you feeling? In the words of DC, what is your mental state so far of what you're feeling so far from what you're seeing? I'm gonna start with Marcus first on this. Marcus, how you feeling about it, man? What is your overall thought process?
Right now, I'm still optimistic. I think the turnover is what comes with a new head coach, a new offensive scheme. You see a lot of offensive players moving on. What I'm worried about is how are we going to plug the holes on defense that we're losing? Because Rayon Strader to me was a great man-to-man cornerback, great depth in the secondary. I'm not really worried right now. Per se, I'm just playing the wait and see game, Nick. Honestly,
wait and see game. All right, Bubba, what's your thoughts, man? What is your mental state? What is your overall thought process of what you're seeing so far?
Yeah, still feeling good about it. The only guy that has announced his intentions to leave that the staff was really pushing to keep around was Malcolm. Everyone else was considered replacement level. So they were okay with letting those guys walk. A lot of them ROI wise, the staff was not too high on in terms of what those guys were making versus what those guys were producing. So I think they'd like to keep Perry around, but they're not losing sleep over it. They'd like to keep Strader around. They're not going to lose sleep over it. DeAndre Carter, they're not going to lose sleep over that. So it's just going to depend on what you can retain as far as starters and legitimate depth pieces.
Okay. So you're not too worried because basically everybody that has decided they want to enter the portal, they announced their intention to enter the portal. Basically, what you're saying is the only guy that has been basically a producer or that has shown that that has shown proof of concept has been Malcolm Simmons. Is that not concerning to you that big of a piece on the offensive side of the ball has decided to leave, Bubba?
He's got some bags getting thrown at him right now. Indiana and South Carolina are coming up big with money for that kid. So I just don't think Auburn was willing to go to that number.
I hear you. I hear you on that. And what's your overall mental state on this so far? And what's your overall mental state? How are you feeling right now?
Man, it's like that old R&B song, man. Just chill, man. Just chill.
Okay.
For the people that you losing, you gonna replace them. You might get someone that's better, you might get someone that's not, but for the ones that's not better, I mean, the staff, trust me, the staff is very good at talent evaluation. So just because they're not a 4-star doesn't mean they can't come and learn the system and play great in the system at all.
Okay. That's a really solid. I like that. I like that. So basically you are leaning on the fact that this staff, you believe in the talent evaluation of the staff, which is what I've been preaching about for the longest. You believe that this staff, with whatever is being lost in the portal, you believe that they have the wherewithal and they have the knowledge to go back in the portal and potentially find guys that can replace them and even be better.
Yo, man, look at what we just picked up today. We lose, 3 linemen in game 1. I mean, the numbers don't show, but the one we gained, bro, he's not bad. He's not a bad lineman. And then you got to think about it. You still got Ty Buster. You still got Brody Shaw. You ain't losing none of the young pieces that you picked up last year. Okay. So I'm thinking it's a win either way it goes, because the way I see it, Wilford's been here, Favor Edwards been here, Carter been here, and none of them have really played.
I'm gonna just be real. I'm gonna be real. I'm a little down on DeAndre Carter because I really want to see DeAndre Carter play in the Auburn uniform and in this system. I kind of did. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was very good in this system.
I mean, it just depends though. It might have been his choice to leave. Like I said that on another one, bro. It's not always the coach's choice, man. Players got choices now.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
So you can't. I mean, my thing is, you could never get mad at nobody for leaving for more money. At a regular job, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna give up this job for, just say this job paying 15. You find a job that's paying 20. So you probably gonna leave 8 out of 10. You're gonna leave that job to go to the higher paying job.
Okay. I like that analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna bring in 2 guys that I want to add to this conversation. You all know them, you all love them. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Auburn Thought, and it is everybody's favorite Kid Country himself, Edward. What's going on, fellas? How y'all feeling?
What up, guys?
What's going on?
It's holiday season. I'm feeling pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. Holiday season. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know, if y'all know about that. Edward, I want to start with you first. Edward, what are your thoughts? How are you feeling so far right now with the names that you've seen in the portal? Are there any names in this portal? I know Bubba said earlier, the only person that has announced their intentions to leave and enter the portal that, kind of, has a little, has a little bit of a sour taste is Malcolm Simmons. there anybody else on this list that you have that you've seen that makes you be like, man, that one right there, man, I wish we could have kept?
For me, man, I'm coming off of how many losing seasons straight?
Mm-hmm. 5.
Coming off of 5 losing seasons straight. Ain't been to a bowl game and I don't know when. I'm looking at this one a little different from how I would normally look at it,
Okay.
because I get it from both sides. You get the guys like a DeAndre Carter, I would love to see him be at Auburn. No, I'm not finna get on here and bash nobody for leaving. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I get it. You know what I mean? You came in on a coach that really, let's just be honest, all his high school talent that he brought in, he over recruited at every position from the portal.
Mm-hmm.
So, kid from California, hey man, if I'm gonna be sitting on the bench, I might want to be close to home, sitting on the bench, and be way across the country not playing. So that makes sense. I mean, I would have loved to see Malcolm stay, but Malcolm wanted to leave last year, and
Yeah.
you bring Singleton in, everything Singleton do, Malcolm could have did. You didn't. I always said I never understood bringing Singleton in. So to me, it's like he was just bringing in guys just to bring in guys, and without a real plan or fit to use what you had no way. So there's gonna be some more leagues. There's gonna be some that finna really have Auburn fans up in a rage. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be one of those because I'm coming off all these losing seasons, man. Let this guy get who he needs to fit his system to do the thing that he want to do. You know what I mean? Maybe the guys feel like they don't fit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's all business now. You know what I mean? This business. So everybody got to do what's best for them. And if Auburn ain't what's best for you, by all means, go find what's best for you. I don't feel no type of way. I just can't wait till Auburn get here. I can't wait till January to get here because guess what? The Porter give it, the Porter take it away. Same just like I'm losing players. Everybody else dealing with the same thing. And even teams that's in the playoffs right now. Once January 2nd get here, guys going in the portal. If I got $30 million to spend like they say I do, oh shit. I ain't worried about who leaving. I'm more worried about who I'm finna get to come in and fill these positions because the goal is mine, like he said, man, that man trying to win now. So I'm just more concerned about the pieces that gonna come to Auburn. I ain't worried about the one that headed out the door. No disrespect, but go do what's best for you. We're gonna be all right.
Auburn thought. Let me get your thoughts on that before we transition to the next topic.
It's simple. I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, I have nothing against those young men. I hope they go and be great, but I don't care.
Okay.
I would have liked for Malcolm to stay. I had high hopes for Favor Edwin. I would have liked for them to stay, but if you feel it's in your best interest to go somewhere else or you don't want to be here, I don't care. We will get someone in here who wants to be here. I mean, Malcolm going hurts a little bit, but that was a crowded room, and Freeze stocked it up, then overstocked it, then got some more people in there.
He did.
There was just too many people in that room anyway, so some of them had to go, and he's going to bring a couple of those receivers from South Florida anyway. So the room has to be cleaned out a little bit. There's not enough footballs to go around in that room, especially if you're going to run the ball like an offense should. So it doesn't bother me. I mean, players have relationships. Players follow coaches. They don't follow universities. They follow money and coaches.
Mm-hmm.
They had relationships with these coaches. These coaches are leaving. The person who brought me in, person I have relationships, gone. So it's what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree with you on the wide receiver point, especially when you have a guy, especially when you're trying to court and keep Cam Coleman in the boat and you want to make him the focal point of the offense. And there's a lot of guys in that room that won't get the football if you're trying to keep him on the roster, and you want to make him the focal point, and you need to get him the football as well. So yeah, I agree with that as well, man. We appreciate that so much, man. Please, man, make sure that you Follow the people that mess with the people that mess with Water Cooler Talk, man. Shout out to our guy DJ, man. As you can see, I'm wearing the jersey by DJ, man. Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. That's Holly with an EY. And follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's as well. You saw Marcus wear the jersey Friday night. He has the black one. I have the orange one on tonight, man. So shout out to our guy DJ, man. That's my quarterback. That's what he is, man. I appreciate him so much, man. Shout out to him, man. Mess with the people that mess with Water Cooler Talk Sports. All right, let's transition, guys. So we've given our overall thought process on what we think and how we feel about what has happened so far. So far, 14 people have announced their intentions to enter the portal. So now, when you have this happen, and I'm pretty sure there are going to be more, probably going to be another wide receiver that enters the portal. Don't be surprised about that. You have to be able to upgrade positions. You know, you have to be able to backfill those positions with the talent that's leaving, with talent that's in the portal that probably has a little bit more of experience playing and can be able to help you right now. I'm gonna start with Bubba here because I know Bubba got to dip out in a little bit, and I want to get his thought process on this. Which position on this team, Bubba, do you feel and think has to be upgraded and has to be the focal point for this team moving forward in order for it to be successful in 2026?
Well, that's an easy answer. It's got to be offensive line. You look at, we may only be bringing back one starter from this offensive line.
Yeah.
You got to go and you got to get big time experienced power 4 guys along the offensive line for this system to work.
Okay.
You're so thin in that room already. You've had guys transfer. You've had guys being processed out. You have to replenish that room. That is the number one priority for this whole portal class.
Agreed, Bubba.
Man, you said a mouthful there. Yep. Well, let me ask you this. How do you see, well, you know, Auburn just had a commitment today in Bear McWhorter, a 6'3" guy, 300-pound, all interior offensive lineman. I think he may have to get a little bit bigger. From Cartersville, Georgia, was committed to Michigan. You know, everything that happened at Michigan. He did get out of his NIL agreement there and his and his letter of intent that he signed, and he immediately signed with Auburn. What are your thoughts on him, Bub? Because you do follow recruiting, you do follow these guys. You're pretty sure you've watched tape on him because he was a priority for Auburn before he committed to Michigan. What are your initial thoughts on him, and how can he fit into the system with what Alex Golesh wants to do at Auburn?
Well, based on his body type, I think 6'3" is a little generous. I think they fudged that a little bit. He's about 6'1.5" or 6'2". I think he's a center, and I think that's why his ranking is where it is. You look at his offer list. His offer list says he's one of the best interior guys in the country.
Yeah.
He was prioritized by all these big programs. So from what I've seen, he's got good enough feet to play center. I don't think he'll end up working out at guard.
Okay.
He is 100% a center. I think this means Kale Illis is probably moving to guard, which fits his body type better. I think in this system, with his athletic ability and his ability to play with leverage, I think he's a good fit.
Okay. So you think this is a solid pickup. One of those underrated guys that, you know, 3-star guy. Some people have him as a 4-star. But most of the major recruiter services has a 3-star guy. You think this is one of those value pieces that Auburn got that can develop into something that's going to be very, very good and very, very outstanding for Auburn in the future?
Yep. 100%.
All right. Auburn Thal, what are your thoughts? Do you think are you in agreement that offensive line is where you think Auburn needs to upgrade the most at, or could you make an argument for another position group?
No, you've got to go with offensive line.
Okay.
Between the system, the lack of development, and just attrition and not recruiting well at that position, we're thin there. It's been that way for a bit. And the people that were brought in weren't developed. And what developed they got were in a system that's just, it's hard to be an offensive lineman in an RPO-based system. Do I attack or do I defend on every play? If it's a running play, I need to attack. If it's a pass play, I need to defend. If I don't know what I'm doing when the ball's snapped, what do you do? And if you're getting institutionalized into a system like that where you're in between, they're going to need to be retaught. So we need to get in some linemen in here with experience, get a system that works better than what we were doing.
Okay.
Because you can run some RPO, but when your main thing's RPO, I think that's bad for an offensive line. But we definitely need them. We need some tackles. I mean, it's, before Freeze, we weren't even recruiting line really that much very well.
No.
I mean, we were having to go, oh, look, I like those defensive linemen. I'm going to bring them over here and make them offensive linemen because we ain't got any bodies.
Sound about right.
And so you can't do that either. So, yeah, the offensive line is the point of priority.
Okay. Can anybody make the argument for another position group? Because I guess because the consensus that I'm getting from everybody is that offensive line is more than likely. I mean, in football. In football, the trenches you have to be able to develop and recruit the trenches very well.
I can make you a case for another position group.
Okay, what you got?
Even though I agree with all of y'all on the offensive line, but I can make you a case for another position group, defensive line.
Defensive
That's
line.
fair.
Okay.
When you look at go back to when Freeze first year.
Okay.
He really couldn't run the style of offense he wanted to run. Why? Because of the depth on the defensive line. All right. So think about it, coaches like to play fast too. So you're losing a lot on the defensive line with Crawford, Falk, Bobby Jameson, Travis, the other guy that you bought in, Dallas Walker. I mean, you losing 4 to 5 guys off of that defensive line. And I think for the style that they want to play, it's just as important as they backfield on that defensive line to be able to. DJ like to rotate a lot of guys.
True. Yeah.
But what they got right now, is still kind of iffy. You're hearing rumors about a Morris in the portal. You got your young guy, your edge rusher, but is he ready for SEC? There's a lot that I'm watching on the defensive line as well. Because like you say, it's all in the trenches, and you get Malik blocking. He kind of undersized a little bit. You hoping the guy like Crawford and Autry and all of those guys can take that next step. But I'm gonna agree with you on the offensive line. Not that I'm disagreeing on the offensive line, but I think replenishing the defensive line is just as important, because it's kind of yin and yang effect. You really can't run that high tempo offense if you don't have the defensive line to be able to stay fresh. So it's gonna set the defense back. So
would you? I'm asking y'all this question. Would y'all say that Dallas Walker was probably one of the? We all know Xavier Atkins was probably the MVP portal pickup of last season. I mean, Xavier Atkins is an AP first team All-American. Walter Camp second team All-American. Probably the best linebacker in the conference, in my opinion. The numbers prove it. Would y'all say that Dallas Walker the fourth was probably, when you talk about the defensive line, would you say he was probably top 5?
I mean, him, C.K. Murray, those guys were both guys that were very unheralded, but played very well and were big time impact guys for this group.
Yeah.
Jay Hardy.
Yeah,
Jay Hardy.
Say Hardy. Hardy was definitely a big pickup.
I think Rayshawn Pleasant was a good pickup last year.
Hold up. Before you say that, Phil Will said he would argue the secondary is a spot where you could potentially make an argument that needs to be upgraded as well. What do you all say about that?
Not unless Kay and Lee and Jay Crawford dip. Because you're already 3 deep at boundary corner, and Blake Woodby played well in his minutes. So
okay, so let's make so when we say secondary, we talk about safety. We talk about corners, boundary and field. nickel, and we're gonna talk about safeties as well. So we talk about the whole secondary as a whole. So would you not think that having so let's just say Jay Crawford potentially could leave after next year, right? Potentially could be an NFL pick. He could be a draft pick next year. Would we not sit here and say that we could potentially go out and find somebody in the portal, or we could recruit somebody right now that can come in and take that spot? I mean, because you're looking at Ken Lee and you're looking at Jay Crawford, and you sitting here saying, well, there's an opportunity there because both of these guys could leave next year. And if you're looking at what's filled behind them with Blake Woodby and Devin Williams and those guys, Devin Williams is coming off an ACL injury from this past year, so he didn't even get a chance to play. So we sitting here talking about that. How are we? Could that not be an option?
Well, I'll say this and then I'll get out of here.
Mhm.
But I say you backfill the corner and the safety room with young transfers, because if you can hang on to Fagans and Winters, you're good at safety. If you can hang on to Donovan Starr, Blake Woodby, and you could argue Devin Williams, you're probably good at corner, but you still want contingency plans in those rooms. So I say you pick up 1 or 2 young corner transfers from maybe lower level Power 5 schools that have the measurables. And other than that, you spend big at D line, big at O line.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to our guy.
Take care, Bub.
Bubba had to jump out real
right,
quick because
Bubba.
Bubba's on a mission, man. Shout out to him, man. We appreciate him. Shout out to my guy Bubba, man. He had to get it in and get it out, man. Shout out to Bubba.
All right.
With
Go ahead.
with what we
I
had,
got him.
with what we had, and the way they performed, I would argue that it's more important to front fill our tight end room than our secondary.
How y'all take? Are you just gonna take my answer?
Hey, you know what? You know what? That makes sense because with the news with Larry Scott.
That's a great point too.
You know what the news with Larry Scott coming in now? He's going to be Auburn's new tight end coach. He was the head coach. He currently the head coach at Howard.
I don't like that.
Why not?
He just took my answer like that, bro. I've been sitting here. Bro, I've been sitting here waiting because I was listening to everybody. I'm like, okay,
And-
y'all say, oh,
Hey,
man,
Ant, I'm living in your head, man.
You is.
Shout out to
really
Bubba for the
is.
$4.99.
We on a
super chat.
wavelength
Shout out to
here.
Bubba. Shout out to
I see.
Bubba with the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate
Appreciate it,
Bubba so
Bubba.
much, man. All right,
I'm sitting here thinking like, I don't know, tight end may be more important than O-line in my opinion.
Okay, so let's
'Cause
have
you
a
gotta look
conversation. Let's have a conversation.
gotta
So in this offense, so you think having a superstar tight end in this offense, it would be more important than going out and adding another position?
Yeah, because you got to look at what the tight end do in this offense.
Okay.
The tight end got a lot of places he line up. He could
Okay.
be even with the line. He could be an H-back, split up. You know what I'm saying? He got to be able to catch and generate yards and be a nice decoy for the defense over the middle. I mean, the tight end got a big responsibility in this offense, whether people pay attention to it or not.
Okay. I'm gonna bring in somebody real quick, ladies and gentlemen. It is Mr. 21, Ed Darby. Ed, what's on your mind? How you feeling, my guy?
Hey.
What's up, man?
Chilling. What's your thoughts on this? In your opinion, which position room or position group do you think needs to be needs the biggest upgrade, or which one would you make the argument for?
Yeah, for the biggest upgrade, I mean, we've been know we need offensive line. We've been needing that for like the last 10 years. That's been a decade in the making. So put that one off to the side. I do agree with Ant. You need a tight end. I've watched 2 of the. If we're going to run something similar to that Tennessee system, I've watched 2 games so far back in 2022, and the tight end is critical because they go so fast. They don't come off the field. So that's the biggest change that I see. If we go to that model, you need a tight end that's going to be able to go all over the field because they had that dude on the line outside. They lined him up they gave him the ball at running back down in the goal line. So if you find a guy like that, I mean, it's going to be invaluable. But yeah, tight end is a must. You got to have it if you're going to run this. If you're gonna run this offense.
Bubba with the 199 super chat says, shout out to Ben A talking about the former tight ends coach at Auburn. He ain't dead. He's just his career is though. Man, shout out to Bubba.
Oh wow.
Bubba.
Man, no.
Funny for that one, man. He funny. I got another one for you. I okay, so people saying tight end. I think everybody up here saying offensive line. We all agree on We got tight end. Edward is saying defensive line, which I agree with because Jared Smith looks like he potentially is going to be one of your starting defensive edge rushers next year. Would love to see what happens with Joe Phillips. Man, we've been talking Joe Phillips for almost like the past year. Would love to see what happened with one young Joe Phillips.
Is he gonna be here?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to say that.
Yeah.
Ed, I think he finna.
We don't know.
Nah,
we don't know. We'll see.
He got moved. He got moved to edge. He gonna be like JJ. Like he came in as a linebacker, but the way his body filled out, they had to move him.
We gonna see. That's all I can say.
Listen,
But Mark,
listen to other podcasts. It seems like he may be on the list. Like I don't know.
possibly. But Mark Henson said running back room. Anybody agree with that or disagree?
I disagree. I got some news. I got some news.
I like our running back room. And I also think that running back pieces are easy to come by.
Yeah.
Well, so let's sit here and say, let's say, what if one young running back decides to enter the portal? One that just got here last year. What if he decides to enter the portal? Do you think Auburn needs to go into the running back room, go into the portal and find somebody? What if Darrell Robinson is looking at it and saying, no, maybe I don't want to be a part of this. Maybe I want to go somewhere where I'm the feature back.
What are you asking for? You asking for like a top level running back, mid level?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people that I have listened to, that I've heard, people on Twitter, they say they would love to have a bruiser as a running back, like a legitimate 6 foot, 6'1", 220, 225 pound running back.
But I'm talking about like,
But you
talking
don't
like
need.
a Josh Hunter type, or we talking about like a mid level bruiser? Like, what are we talking about?
They just want a
They
bruiser.
want top flight. Oh,
Yes.
To me, it don't matter.
Okay.
I can't wait to see what Alvin Henderson
You
is
know-
gonna bring to the field. Me myself personally.
Man,
I mean, you feel.
you got a back on this roster that's built for this offense, bro. The
Yeah.
key to it is retaining it. This is the Alvin Henderson offense. I'm finna tell you now this is the Alvin Henderson offense. If they can keep him on this roster, even Mapson,
Mhm.
I got a power back in Mapson. He was a younger guy, but you already see how his body looked at 17 stepped on campus.
True. I agree.
But I do need another back, and in the words of Golis, same way like he said about his staff, I don't want nobody good. We on a recruiting elite. I hope he looking at his roster the same way he looked at his staff. I mean, I ain't just gonna get somebody just to, for a body. Shit, anybody I'm getting, they capable of being my starter. I hope that's the way we look at it. Yeah, you need one because we didn't sign one in this class.
Very true.
So
Very
you
true.
go get a guy that can play.
Shout out to King Richard.
Well, from what I've been hearing, they looking at C.J. Baxter, the one from the running back from Minnesota, and the running back that hit from LSU, the big back.
Okay.
So if you want a bruiser, I mean, y'all, there you go. The one for LSU, like 6'2", 220.
Yeah, he is 225 actually. Yeah, 225.
Yeah, and he got some speed on him.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
But the question is, if you bring that style of running back, would Cobb stay? That's because you already kind of loaded in the running back room anyway.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It depends on if they leave or not. It just depends. So, but like you said, you may want to have a specialty back, like a big back to have. Like I said, Tennessee, they use that tight end because he's versatile. They could put him down there on the goal line and run him at running back.
I mean, but that's what I got Mapson for.
I'm just talking about if you want to get heftier. Like that tight end was like 230, 240 or something like that. Like,
Tight end thing function as a fullback.
yeah, fullback.
Yeah.
But
Need
again,
a Jay
you don't-
Price.
and
Talking about like a
again,
Jay Price type.
And if you're running fast when you get under the goal line, you don't have to pull anybody off the field.
True.
So like I said, it depends on what they're going to do with it. So
That's true.
because I think they caught Kentucky like that a couple times in that game. They got down there in the 5, and they ran tempo, and it just kept them on the field. Just keeps the defense from subbing. So yeah, it just depends, like I said, how you want to play it out. It's good to have another running back, but like I said, to me, I think it's just tiers. We don't want to have another Hugh Freeze situation where you got too many receivers and didn't have too many running backs that 5-star and 4-star. There's going to be levels to this.
Mm-hmm.
I think
still-
Calvin Henderson gonna be a two-headed monster next year.
Yeah, but I think Alvin Henderson, I think he's another one on the list that maybe is going to be leaving. That I'm
Exactly.
hearing.
That's
So,
That's what I want to hear, Ed.
What I was
That's
hinting at.
a
Alvin
lot of these
got
guys were stuck with Hugh and whoever the running back, they were stuck with them. So it makes sense that they're going to leave.
Alvin kind of in limbo right now. I can say that much.
Okay.
He's in limbo, but if I had to give a percentage of him staying or going, I'd probably say 60-40.
Okay. All right.
Just need somebody who can run in between the tap. If they're going to go to that Tennessee model, from what I've seen with that spread out, the box is going to be light. They just got to be able to hit the hole and miss and make one person miss. Because you're going to have.
If you would have asked me last week, I would have told you Alvin was gone. But it's something that happened in the last week to where I'm thinking he kind of leaning towards staying. Not saying that he is staying.
Okay.
I think last week his mind was down there made up. He was out of Auburn, bro.
Oh, he was gone. Last week.
I think somebody, he must have had some conversations and somebody kind of. I think he really want to stay. I think he really want to stay.
Once Kyle leave, it's his keys for real. Especially if he come in and have a good season next year.
I'm gonna tell you this: James Franklin going to Virginia Tech didn't help the situation last week. I will say that too.
Okay.
So
all right. we getting breaking news. We getting breaking news here on Water Cooler Talk Sports. That's what we do around the water cooler, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate y'all so much. Make sure you subscribe to these YouTube channels, man. At its SECs and what I got. Excuse me, Auburn Tez, Tight Sports and Alabama Football Megacast, what I got Tight. Go over and subscribe over to Auburn_Addicts, what I got DC Wolf. Make sure you go over there and subscribe and hit the subscribe button over what I got Dustin over at the Uptempo Podcast, Be Sharp over at the Sharpshooter Sports Talk, Vanny Chris over at the Go to Broom Podcast, and of course the Huggy Beard himself on YouTube and the Huggy Beard on Twitter. Also Bubba from Bubba and the Old Man Auburn Sports Talk, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe over there as well. JMHO Sports Talk, what I got Coach Sean, and On the Block Sports with Coach Carl as well, man. We appreciate y'all for doing that, man. Support the people that support Water Cooler Talk. And of course, please make sure that you subscribe over here. We are trying to hit 1,100 subscribers before the end of 2025, and we can only do that with your help. And we appreciate y'all for that, man. Let's get into this last topic of the night before we get out of here. And we had this conversation a little bit, but I kind of wanted to revisit a little bit because I don't think everybody that was when we had this conversation, I don't think everybody was here when we had this conversation. Rumors about Byron Brown and Keyshawn Singleton potentially entering the portal and coming to Auburn.
And Neptune. Let me put his name on that too.
Okay, and him coming to Auburn and joining on the offensive side of the ball with Alex Golesh, guys that were at USF with him last season. Keyshawn Singleton, 6'2", 6'3" guy, 215-pound guy, over 800 yards receiving last year. 50 receptions. Of course, everybody know Byron Brown, 3,100 yards passing, 1,000 yards rushing. Been in the system with Alex Golesh for 3 years, going on 3 years now. And I wanna have this conversation right now, and I want to ask y'all this question: are y'all comfortable with, because this came about when Marcus said he would rather, go with the guy that would be here and have some years instead of having a 1-year rental. And I don't think it was not on this show, and I don't think Auburn thought was on this show when we did it. So I want to ask y'all first, and I want to get y'all thoughts on this. Are y'all okay with having Byron Brown come in as a 1-year rental at quarterback, Keyshawn Singleton coming in for potentially just 1 year as well in this system, and basically seeing Deuce Knight not play for another season if that were to happen? And even though it more likely would be a competition, but the competition could be slanted towards one quarterback who's been in the system. I'm gonna start with Edwin on that one first. What's your thoughts on that, Edwin?
Oh man, this is a discussion I've been having with some guys for the last week.
Okay.
I'm okay with it if it happens because I trust Golesh.
Okay.
But I watched a lot of Byron Brown. And don't get me wrong, he's a great player.
Okay.
But there's levels to this, man. That's why I keep telling everybody. There's levels to this. When I saw you against, you know what I mean, competition, you looked average. You know, I say this: you put a Deuce Knight against that level of competition. You put even a Jackson Arnold or the other quarterback. You put
Ashton
him after that. You put him in that level of competition. I'm not sure they don't put up the same kind of stats, bro. So
Mhm.
I'm looking for long term success.
Okay.
And what gives me that? I mean, Byron Brown, he's that old, reliable Chevrolet. You're going to crank up every time for you. But I got a Porsche here, man. I got a Porsche here that it ain't never really been test drove, man. That, man, 950 is offense, bro. Like, I'm not sure. Well, the only edge I would give Byron Brown is he already knew the playbook. But if you bring Byron Brown right now and Deuce Knight to Auburn, and Byron Brown wasn't in this system for 3 years already, Deuce Knight will beat him out, bro. I'm convinced of this. So him having the edge gonna already give he know the playbook in and out. Ain't no way he finna beat him. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't a level playing field there. But I don't want to lose 9 for a 1 year rental. You see what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, just like I say, Goldie's got to do what's best for what he think, he needs for his roster. So it's gonna be an interesting situation, man. But nah, I don't do it if it's me, no.
Bring him in. Competition. Let him compete. If Deuce is that guy that we all think he is, he'll beat him out. He'll prove he's the better player.
In no way.
Byron, if it could happen, you never know. I'm just saying. Yeah, Byron knows the system, but Deuce, we all believe, is more talented than Byron. And talent can overcome knowledge a lot of times. But as long as it's competition and they're evaluating it, we pay him to make those decisions. I'm okay with who he puts in there, as long as it isn't like Hugh. Oh, this guy's coming in, he's my quarterback. There ain't no competition.
Do you not think that would happen with Byron Brown coming in?
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
I gotta wait and see what he does. He hasn't done it yet. Hugh did it 3 times in a row. I haven't seen what Alex Golish is going to do. Is he going to do that same? If he does that thing, I'm going to be yelling just like I did with Hugh, going, oh, he's struggling, so he's not even the best, but we're going to name him quarterback because we're paying him all this money. As long as they're out there competing, they're actually evaluating on what they're doing on the field. I'm okay with him bringing in competition because every player knows they're trying to bring in somebody to take my job every year. If you don't want to compete, then that says something. But I don't mind him bringing in his guys from USF and let them compete. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with competition.
Okay.
As long as it is competition and not, here's my anointed man.
Okay.
We've seen how that goes.
That's the Byron Brown situation.
Okay.
He's been in the offense for 3 years. He knows it like the back of his hand. Deuce is still going to be learning in the spring, bro. Golders showed me one thing, and I like this same thing I said about Hugh. He's loyal. I'm not finna bring my guy here that been with me for 3 years. You really think he finna sit him on the bench his senior year, bro? When he might have a chance to go to the
I agree with
league,
that,
and you've been with me all these years.
I don't think he coming unless he know he finna start.
Man, it ain't okay. Come on now.
I think. Go
Ain't
ahead.
no competition. If he come, he's starting, bro. Point blank period. If he step foot on campus, he your starter day one. Who gonna beat him out?
But why would? But you shouldn't be mad about that. This is the
I'm
thing.
not. I'm not mad
No,
about it.
I'm not
But
saying.
Nah,
I wasn't
I'm
saying
not
you.
either.
I ain't saying y'all. I'm just saying in general. Cause I've heard people. Oh, if he come and Deuce not starting, why would you bring him anyway? Blah blah blah. Bro, me and my homeboy just had this whole conversation, bro. And I told him this: if I'm goalish, right, and I know that, like you said, Edward, I got this Porsche put up, just waiting to get up out here on this highway. But I got all reliable right here for my. This his last go round. Get what I'm saying? Hey, Deuce, I promise you, you still got 3 great years here at Auburn under this system. Sit here and learn from Brian. And I promise you, you start next year. I wouldn't even have a competition next year. I promise you,
no,
I
that's
would.
what I'm saying is that old Chevrolet, it gonna get you to the start line. Let me go back. That old Chevrolet just gonna get you to the start line. Even if you bring him, he not gonna beat him out this spring and this summer. He not.
Mm-mm.
But what you gonna see 9 at now is when you get into the meat of this SEC schedule. I want to see if you like Hugh or if you're not. See, I don't think Brown gonna. He might get you 6 or 7 games with him in his SEC. I'm just gonna be honest. But 9 sitting behind him, if it ain't looking too good, will he make the switch?
Let me play
I
devil's
don't see a
advocate.
scenario
Let me
where
play
he sit on the bench the whole year.
Let me play devil's advocate for a minute because I want everybody to hop into this conversation. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a minute. Okay. Deuce Knight, right? Deuce Knight, early on in his high school career, wasn't as highly rated or as highly touted. Left, went to Tennessee, did not stay at Tennessee for a while, ended up coming back mid-season, came back, and that's when the craze and the noise around Deuce Knight started happening. That's when the 4 and 5 star system came in. You didn't really see him play much this year. You saw him play against Ball State. Did not look really good against Ball State in his first time out against Ball State. Started against Mercer. You could be critical a little bit if you want to. If you looking towards the future and you're looking at him being critical of what he did. There was some plays where he could have thrown the ball. He decided to pull the ball down and run. I think his first 4 touchdowns were rushing touchdowns in the game. But then once the game started going on, he started getting a little bit more comfortable throwing the ball against Mercer's defense. Are we saying off of that one performance of what we saw from Mercer that we have that much confidence in what Deuce Knight to come out and lead Auburn next year as the starter? Now, if we're talking about competition, if we're talking about levels to this thing now, Mercer is an FCS team, if I'm not mistaken. FCS team. But Byron Brown was playing in the AAC, playing against a step of a competition above what the FCS is. Are we sitting here saying that we don't think that Byron Brown can come into this with what he knows of this system in the SEC and not produce again? We just saw, and I'm gonna give you a comp. Joey Aguilar was at Appalachian State. I believe Appalachian State is in the Sun Belt. Threw for 3,700 yards his first season there. Threw for 3,100 yards last season. The year before he transferred to UCLA. Went to UCLA, transferred to Tennessee, and just had a monster season at Tennessee in the offense with Josh Heupel, which is similar to the offense that Golish is going to be running here at Auburn. So are we sitting here having a conversation saying that we don't think that Byron Brown can't come into this offense? He's been in it for a long time, into the SEC and do it. Right. And do the exact same thing. We just saw Diego Pavia come from New Mexico State with Jared Kill and Tim Beck, 2 guys he's been with for a long time, coming to the ACC and just become a Heisman finalist. So I'm just asking a question.
Everybody,
and just tell me what you think. Say it again.
I said everybody you just named had a year buffer at a high level. You said UCLA, that's a year buffer.
No, he
Brian,
was not at UCLA for a year.
I'm saying, bro, came
He was not at UCLA for a year. He was at UCLA for the off season. He was at UCLA for all season. Him and Nico basically transferred. They swapped. So he played at Appalachian State. From the 2023 season, he played at Appalachian State. The 2024 season, he was a starting quarterback for Tennessee.
Okay, hey Marcus, I got a name for you. Trinidad at Ole Miss.
Exactly. Trinidad was in. He was at.
He was in FCS, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yes, he was in Division II FCS. So are we sitting? That's a good one. I'm just asking a question, and I want it to be a conversation. I'm just asking a question. That's it.
Hey Nick, let me add two things to go with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
For one, one gonna be about Brown and one gonna be about Deuce. For one on Brown, his first 3 out of his first 5 games was against top 25 competition. So we can't say we don't know what he'll look like against competition. They played Boise State. They played Miami and Florida. And not to mention, he had a year he played against Bama and looked pretty good. And as far as
they beat Bama if he connect on the open passes that he overthrew time and time again when they had receivers running 3-4 yards behind the defense. Now they win the game.
Correct. But he was totally correct. But he was overthrowing a little bit in that game.
He was young, but he was young then. I think he was a freshman then.
I mean, but you got to go back to how the question was. See, because we can't move the goalposts on the question. The question is the question. You only get 1 year out of him, regardless of what he give you, bro. Mm-hmm. So, what is the upside of me building a long-term program? Okay, I only get 1 year out of him. If I go 6-6, 7-5 with him, whoop to do? I'm still gonna have to turn around the next year and still throw the man, whoever gonna be the quarterback, I gotta throw him in the fire. So I mean, I'm looking for long-term success, man. I don't want no one-hit wonder, bro. So I mean, that's just me.
So basically, you're saying you would rather go 7-5, 7-5, 8-4.
Same thing I said on the call-in show this year. If I was gonna go 5-7, 6-6, I would have rather did that with Deuce Knight this year than them other guys. That's all I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
That's exactly what I've been saying.
That's what I'm. But like you say, I'm gonna be fair to the kid. I'm not gonna say he can't play on this level. But like you just summed it up, there have been guys that come from lesser schools, and plus he an offense that he already knows, so he gonna have the leg up. But I mean, hey, I don't know, man. Shit, let's just wait till September. We'll see how it play out. Ain't no need to be arguing about it in December.
That's what the off season for, man. That's what the off season for. We talk about it. We hypothetically talk about it.
I'm just thinking, how? Let's just say this: at the lowest, you could probably go 7-5, 8-4, right? At the highest, he can come in and pull a Cam. I mean,
yeah. That's how I feel. That's how I feel with Brown, though. If he bring in Brown, that's how I feel the ceiling is.
Okay, that's a great conversation, fellas. Man, like I said, we didn't want to keep y'all too late tonight. You know who didn't say anything in this? Mr. 21. I want to get his thoughts before we get out of here. I'm gonna get his thoughts.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting. So, I don't jump in and interrupt. So I like to listen and hear what's going on. I'm going to use my famous Denzel line here that I always use: by any means necessary. I don't care. Bring them in. We actually need USF guys here to help the offense. We don't need them on defense because defense is set. Mm-hmm. Offense, we do need some guys to come in here and jail with these Auburn guys and get them sped up. We need folks up there, maybe the quarterback, offensive line, receiver, and tight ends. The one thing that does get me fired up, which I understand it, and I'm just getting really tired of hearing it. With Brown coming in, if he does come in, or anybody from the FCS Division II or whatever, if you can ball, you can ball. It don't matter. Some of these dudes, if I got to go through the list, Trey Lance, Jordan Love, Jimmy Garoppolo. If you want to go back to Steve McNair, you don't think these guys could have played SEC football? I mean, Carson Wentz, Joe Flacco, Delaware State. I mean, it just depends on where you can play at. So that's what I believe in these guys coming up. Like you said, Pavia, old boy that just got the Heisman Trophy that played at Cal. Because I know Marcus said that there was a buffer if he did play at UCLA, but we downgrade them when people come into the league, coming to the SEC, when folks coming from other conferences. So,
just for the record, Joey Aguilar never played a down of football at UCLA. He was only there. He was only there for the spring. That's it. So
yeah, I don't. For me, it's just we need to win, whichever way they're going to go. I understand that you can probably play with Deuce Knight and get the same amount of wins. It just depends on how this is going to work out, man. You can have for me, I think it's with Hugh Freeze. I wish he would have played Knight last year because Hugh Freeze was he was dead man walking.
Yep.
You almost in a DJ Lagway. You almost in a DJ Lagway situation where you need to play this dude and possibly save your job.
I said that.
But he also would have needed to give up the coordinator too. That was a big thing with Hugh Freeze as well, or the previous coach.
Facts.
That would have helped. But we like I said, for me, I do not care. Give me somebody who's going to win. And if Deuce Knight's going to stay, he's going to stay. If he's going to leave, he's going to leave. This could be something like Sark over at Texas, where you got Ears and Manning set 2 years. But they paid him $6 million, though, I believe, to sit that year. But even when he came in, come out that year, he still needed about 8 or 9 games before he got going. So, I don't know. It just depends.
I look at it like this too, Ed. At the end of the day, you got to think about this too. You got to break the Hughes system out of these players. That in itself is going to be.
Yeah, you need leadership. This is some of the problem that you got with Auburn basketball right now. You got all these new dudes in. You only got one holdover. So these guys just out here playing basketball by themselves. They ain't playing a team game because you don't got no juniors and seniors on the team.
That's exactly what it is.
Coach can't do it all.
It's exactly what it is. It's not. Auburn's a good basketball team. They just not a good team. They got good players. They're just not a good team. They're not a team all the way yet, which is wild to say.
This is what I say about it. You got a bunch of ISO players on one team right now.
That's a better analogy.
Now when they jail, they're gonna be hard to beat. But right now you got a bunch of ISOs playing ball.
So that's also another thing that you don't really look at, but you might need that quarterback experience to come in and lead the team. We know Deuce can do it too, but that's what you may need right now in year one.
True. Fellas, this has been a great show, been a great conversation, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us, man. This is 21. What you gotta say to the people before you get up out of here, my guy?
Losers.
That's all I got. That's gonna be it.
Other than keep your seatbelt on, man. We're gonna be all right, man. Don't freak out.
That's what it is. Shout out to I got Ed Darby for rocking with us, man. Appreciate you, man. As always, man. Shout out to I got Ed. Edward, what's on your mind, my guy? You gotta say to the people,
man. I want to say to the people, Deuce, man, go on hop in the quarter, man. These guys won't buy him Brown, man. Go on down there with Lane, hook up the LSU. Yeah,
man, don't say that, man. Don't say that, man.
I'm just talking, man. What? I'm just talking. Boy, I be sick if I see that, now.
Hey, man, I don't even want to put that into the way things going. Boy, we might wake up tomorrow morning and see that news and be hurt.
Behind it. You gonna be like, that one hurt.
Nah, boy, but it's always good, man, when you can get over here around that old water cooler, man, and talk football, baby. Just talking football around the water cooler, man. Y'all gotta be good. Edward out, man.
Shout out to Edward, man. Make sure y'all check out Edward at Adelines, man, on Highway 14, man. Shout out to I got Edward, man. As always, man. Auburn Thal, man. What's on your mind before you get up out of here, man?
I don't want Deuce to leave, but if he leaves, it won't be the first time we watched the whole quarterback room walk. Hey.
Hey, I'm just saying, you got a point there. You got a
All
good point.
right. Merry Christmas, everybody. War Eagle. Have a good one.
War
You too,
Eagle
man.
to you, Merry Christmas, man. To Auburn Thought, man. We'll see y'all on Wednesday.
Well, that'll be
Man.
back-to-back years, though. Oh, my God.
Back to back. Oh, that'd be bad if the whole.
Oh, boy.
the whole
Man, that'll hurt.
that'd be crazy.
That'll hurt.
That'd be crazy,
For real, boy.
Man,
That'll
we're gonna
hurt.
get up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. Make sure that you subscribe to these YouTube channels, man. At this SEC season, what I got Auburn Tez, Tight Sports, Alabama Football Megacast, DC Wolf over at Auburn Addicts TV, Dustin over at the Uptempo Podcast, Be Sharp over at the Sharpshooter Sports Talk, Golden Broom Podcast, what I got Vandy Chris at the Huggy Beard himself on YouTube and the Huggy Beard and at the Huggy Beard on Twitter. Make sure you go follow him up on both of those platforms. Shout out to I got Bubba who was on with us, man. Bubba from Bubba and the Old Man Auburn Sports Talk. Make sure you go over there and subscribe over there to him. Shout out to JMHO Sports Talk, what I got Coach Sean, and On the Block Sports with Coach Carl as well, man. And of course, make sure that you mess with the people that mess with Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. Shout out to I got DJ. That's my quarterback. Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media, and follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. And make sure that's Holly with an EY. Just so y'all know, that's Holly with an EY, man. Shout out to our guy DJ. Day one supporter of Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. We appreciate you, man. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat with us tonight, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man.
Definitely.
We appreciate all of y'all, man, for rocking with us, man. Like I said, we are on our way to 1,100 subscribers, and we want to do that before the end of 2025. Water Cooler Talk Sports is about to take the next level, next step next year in 2026. I'm telling you, we want y'all to be here on the journey with us, man, and we would love to have your support as we do it. So while we do that, please make sure that you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk, man. If you're on Twitter, we are so close to having 200 followers on Twitter, man. So please make that happen for us on Twitter at CoolersPod23 on Twitter. And of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know when we post more videos and when we go live, man. And we appreciate that. And do not log out when we exit, because you have a tendency of just logging off when we exit out. Just stay on in the back. All right.
All right.
We appreciate all y'all so much, man. Marcus, what you got to say to people before we get up out of here, man?
Hey, man, y'all be blessed, be safe, because just Wednesday, we'll be back, man.
Yes, sir. And what you got to say to people before we get up out of here, my guy?
Hey, man, we working on this contract. I'm trying to talk DC and Nick and, let me, get on the morning show so y'all can really see, you know what I'm saying, how much sports and stuff we, that people love to get into. I mean, besides Auburn, I know everybody got a love for some team, basketball, football, whatever it is, man.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be lit. Water Cooler Talk Sports, I'm telling you, man, we going to the next level. A lot of announcements that's gonna be coming within the next 6 months for Water Cooler Talk that y'all are gonna enjoy and y'all are gonna love, man. And we appreciate it so much, man. We'll be back Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, man. Oh, make sure that you all tune in tomorrow on at its SEC's over on Ted's channel. We will be doing the all SEC defensive team. We will be picking the all SEC defensive team tomorrow on at its SEC season. So the first one, this first channel right here at the top at its SEC season, make sure you go subscribe over there. We are going to be picking the all SEC season all defensive team. We did the offensive team last week, so make sure you go check that video out. We're gonna do the all SEC defensive team this week. Tomorrow, I think it's gonna be at 6:30. We'll be over there on Ted's channel doing that. So make sure that y'all tune into that, because that's gonna be fun and very interactive. Trust me, you're going to enjoy it, man. We appreciate y'all, man, so much for that, man. Hey, they said you about to get a water cooler chain.
I'm trying to get a contract.
Not the Rockefeller
contract, no. Hey. I'm trying to be like Cat. I'm trying to be like Cat and get a Dipset chain. You feel?
That's hilarious, man. That's funny.
I do want to say one more thing. Shout out to the NFL for doing the right thing this year, man. Keeping them Chiefs out the playoffs, man. Keep KC up out of there, man. We ain't need to see KC this year, man.
Well, you don't need to see him this year because the greatest quarterback of all time, he got hurt. So I didn't want to see him either. But it is what it is, man. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes. It is what it is, man. All right, let's get out of here, man. We'll be back around the water cooler, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, Wednesday. We'll be back around the water cooler, man. As always, man, y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. Make sure y'all give the man upstairs above his because he deserves all the praise and all the glory. Ladies and gentlemen, until Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, it is one love. And guess what? We are out this mug. Ladies and gentlemen, we holla, we gone. Peace, and we out.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.